kindergarten? Welcome back. So today my mom's going to be reading you a new book that's going to be called Curious George Makes Pancakes. Oh, I just stepped on something. Who are they? Oh, look, it's your critter friends. They came out of nowhere. They're the listening critters, and they're going to listen to the story very quietly, like you guys did in the school.
Hi, kindergarten. Look, there's your critter friends. Okay, so the book today that I'm going to read is called Curious George Makes Pancakes by Margret and H. Rays. Curious George Makes Pancakes. And remember to connect this book with your vocabulary words, okay? So we will be seeing some vocabulary words. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One morning, the man with the yellow hat woke George early. "Time to get up, George," he said. "The pancake breakfast is today." George loved the pancake breakfast. It was a fundraiser held every year to make money for special programs at the Children's Hospital. Besides eating pancakes, there were all kinds of games to play. Even the mayor came to play and eat, but first he gave a welcome speech. Mayor, that is one of your vocabulary words. Mayor is the leader of a city. Look, it says pancake breakfast. "Thank you all for coming," the mayor said. "We appreciate your generous support." He thanked all the volunteers who were helping that day. And finally, he said, "Please enjoy yourselves and the pancakes." Yummy, look. Today we actually ate some pancakes for breakfast, my son and I. Do any of you like pancakes? When the mayor finished, the man with the yellow hat said, "George, I'm going to buy our tickets. Please wait here and don't be too curious." George waited like a good little monkey, but something smelled good. Look, there he goes. He's following that scent. Could it be the pancakes? George was curious. Look who's still here watching. They're being nice and quiet. He followed the delicious smell and found a whole griddle full of pancakes. George watched as a man poured little batter circles and filled them up in the air and flipped them up in the air. Look, there he is. There's all the little pancakes and there he is flipping them. Look at him, he's watching. George wanted to help. On a table near the griddle was a basket full of blueberries. "These pancakes need blueberries," George thought, and he sprinkled some on top. Look at all those people in line for those pancakes. They must be yummy. Meanwhile, the man at the griddle was so busy, he didn't notice the little monkey helping him. But the line grew and grew. Look at that big, long line. People lined up for pancakes. George's pancakes were a hit. Soon everyone wanted them, and the man could not keep up. "Please wait," he said to someone holding an empty plate. "I need to find an assistant to help me." And just like that, he was gone. An assistant, remember, assistant is one of your vocabulary words. Assistant is a person who helps someone. That's what the word assistant means. George looked at the people waiting in line and then at the empty griddle. Why, he could make pancakes. He could be the assistant. George poured the batter into nice round circles. Next, he added blueberries. He waited just a minute to let the pancakes cook. Look in there, he's flipping them, and then they're adding the syrup. Then he flipped them over, and last he added syrup. Look at him working. Look at his little hands. They're moving fast. Look at all those pancakes being flipped. The line for pancakes was enormous, but with 4 hands, George made quite a chef, and no one's plate was empty for long. Enormous, that's one of your other words, your vocabulary words. Enormous means a very large quantity. So the line for pancakes was enormous. There was a lot of people in line. I've been coming to this breakfast for years, a man said, but I've never seen pancakes made like this before. I've never eaten this many pancakes before, said a girl. I didn't even like pancakes before, said another girl, and they all lined up for more. Sounds like George is a good little chef. Everybody likes his pancakes. When the man returned with his new assistant, he was shocked to see a monkey making pancakes. This is no place for a monkey, he yelled, and he began to chase George. Oh, look. George is running. He's like, help. He left the men, look, the stools on the floor, the spatulas on the floor, the batter, the blueberries, and he's running. He's like, he's gonna catch me. George hadn't meant to cause trouble. He'd only want to help. Now he only wanted to get away. Quickly, George found a place to hide, and the man and his assistant ran right by. But where did George go? Look, there he is. He's hiding. What if somebody wins and picks him? Well, he's gonna go home with somebody else. When it was safe to come out, George jumped down. He was covered in syrup like a pancake, and he was sticking to everything. George was curious. Could these napkins help him get clean? What do you think? If his hands are sticking and everything's sticking to him, are the napkins going to help? Let's find out. Oh, sorry. You just look at him like, oh, he's picking up the napkins, trying to wipe himself. Look. Oh no. Oh no, look, they're all stuck in him. Look at the bird, he's laughing at him. Poor George. No, the napkins only made it worse. What George needed was some water to wash with. Why, here was the perfect thing. Look. They have these at fairs. They're like somebody sits there and people hit it or somehow, and then the person falls into the water and they get dunked in there. So he's thinking of going in there. George climbed up. Look, there he is. He's being George. He's being curious. This would do the trick for a sticky monkey. George sat on the bench and splashed himself with water. But all of a sudden, oh no, what's gonna happen now? See, that happens when there's a curious monkey around. Splash! George was in the water. What a surprise! Look, surprise. Surprise is one of your other vocabulary words. And surprise means, oh, shocked. He was shocked. It is actually the word for you is shocked. He was very shocked. That means very surprised. George climbed up again and splashed back down. He'd never been in a dunk tank before, and he'd never had so much fun getting clean. Soon, everyone was having fun, and the line at the dunk tank grew even longer than the line for pancakes. Later, the mayor came by. "I've heard all about your delicious pancakes," he said. "You've made our fundraiser a big success, and I have a special favor to ask you." At the end of the day, George got to present the money from the fundraiser to the president of the hospital. "Thanks to you, George, this has been our best year ever," she said. "Will you come back and make pancakes again next year?" George nodded and everyone cheered. He's like, "Yeah, Look, everybody clap, 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 clap. They're all clapping. Good job, George. And look who's still waiting here, nice and quiet, listening. It's the little critters. They're listening critters. They listened to the whole story. They really enjoyed it.
Bye, kindergarten.
Bye.
Bye, kindergarten.
See you next time.